What's up, guys? LarriWhyte, season 2. We got a special guest today. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Cythadon,
Yes,
Puna
sir.
Hawaii rapper, artist,
Yes,
creative, all
sir.
around.
You know it,
So
bro.
good to be here.
Thanks, bro. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad we got. So you're from Hawaii, right?
Yes,
Or
sir.
okay, that's what I thought. Because I know you're homies with or JMKM, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go up to Cali. I link with them. I met him too. My producer, Ryan Suki. Shout out to
Hell
Ryan.
yeah, that's dope,
Linked me up
bro.
about a cool artist. Jay also had a bunch of underground artists in a
Yeah,
collective
yeah,
where we'd send each other, criticize
yeah.
each other, help each
That's
other out
dope, bro.
constructively. So he's a super cool guy
Yeah,
in real life
definitely.
too.
Yeah,
Super motivating.
definitely,
He
bro.
loves to link up.
Thanks, bro. That's awesome. That's awesome. I respect that.
Yeah.
So let's get rocking. Let me ask you this. Walk me through the journey on where the music started. Like how did you get the love for it and walk me through every step and where did the passion really start?
So my homie Jordy Led, shout out to him. He went to like a Hawaiian emergent school down here.
Yeah.
You gotta have pass certain type of tests. You gotta have so much Hawaiian in you to even get
Right.
in, get
Hmm.
accepted, to even be considered. And he was doing music when his homegirl passed away. Rest in peace. He made like a really heartfelt song,
Yeah.
and he started getting a bunch of love from like his classmates and all that kind of
Hmm.
things. And he was doing. I was watching him, and of course, we all want to be like one of our favorite artists we see in the
Oh yeah.
industry. So I
Yeah.
always had like a passion of being like famous of some
Yeah.
sort without the fame,
Right.
just like love.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So he came over one day. He was showing me how he does it, and I was like, all it takes is a laptop and
Yeah.
a mic. And he was like, yeah,
Right.
like. So I did my first like 5 to 25 songs with him, just in the room on the floor, crisscross, applesauce,
Hell yeah.
Apple earphone microphones on the
Yeah.
laptop.
Yeah.
And it was all for fun until it was like, okay, the passion just came in when people were like, oh, that was hard.
Right.
Or like that one bar you said, I could
Yeah.
resonate with that. And you're like, could I make a whole song that you could
Yeah.
resonate?
Right.
So we kept going. I think that was like late 2016, I think my senior
Okay.
year. And then it just started going. We had like this huge group of friends that would all do rap together,
Hell yeah. That's
like
awesome.
3 singers. And it was all fun. Then we started getting older. People got to work more.
Yeah.
The passion kind
Definitely.
of dies down. And then it
Yeah.
was only like 4 of us. And
Yeah.
that's when I think I really tapped in. I was like, I owe it to them to prove it to
Right.
like, we
Definitely.
can
Yeah.
keep going. Like, we
Yeah.
can work. We can come home. We're gonna
Yeah.
lose another 8 hours of sleep, but let's
All
go.
right,
Like,
bro. Yeah, fuck it. Let's rock. That's
let's keep
dope.
it pushing. And
Yeah,
it's always
hell
been
yeah.
good since then. I got a good I wouldn't say a fan base, but like support system around
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
that always uplift me, and they're like, oh, maybe that wasn't the one, but I see where
Right.
you're going. Try
Yeah.
try to touch that up a bit. And I'm
They
like,
get
I
yeah,
can
they
do
give you
that.
some feedback. Feedback, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I ever
Definitely,
heard
bro.
like that was
They
trash unless it was
yeah.
like a unknown account kind of thing.
Right.
But
Yeah,
it
definitely.
was always uplifting, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I can keep going. And I feel like I owe it to everybody that
Yeah.
consistently taps in and clicks the
Yeah.
link and gives
Definitely.
it that 30 seconds of listening
Yeah.
to just keep
Definitely,
trying.
bro.
And I'm like, I don't think I can give up now at this point.
Yeah.
We're too deep in.
Yeah, you're too deep. Yeah, fuck it. We're rocking. Yeah, I like that, bro. Speaking of your fan base, what would you want them to know, maybe outside of your music, what would you want them to know as you as the person? Like if somebody said, hey, how do you feel about him? What would you want them to say outside of music?
I hope they know that just a regular man outside of all of
Yeah.
it. We still working. We all got our 9 to 5s. We keep trying to
Facts.
hustle night
Yeah.
shifts, but I just have a passion for it. I'm trying to make people either resonate, happy, or get a little bit more hustle in them when they hear the
Definitely,
music.
bro.
So
Hell yeah. I like that. How do you is your name Hawaiian then? Is how do you pronounce like how do you I don't want to say it wrong. How do you pronounce it
no,
fully?
so it's Cythadon. I just
Sai the
took away
Don.
the
Okay.
E and put
I
the
got
A,
you. All right, bet.
some kind of quick stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was into like a bunch of Goodfellas and mafia movies growing up. That
Yeah.
was like my so I
Hell
was like
yeah.
we all look up to the
Right.
Dons and the Italians like, oh, they're
Yeah.
so clean, they're not clumsy, they always
Right.
keep themselves.
Right.
They
Yeah.
always say wise man stuff
Right.
like
That's funny
so
as
that's
fuck, bro.
kind of where the background came from that.
That's awesome, bro. What's up with the merch? I peeped the merch. Where did that all start? How did your merchandise start? Where do you want to really see it grow within the new year? Like how do you want to improve?
So I think it started my class. I went to school, we were the Cougars overall, but every
Yeah.
class had like their individual mascot.
Yeah.
So my class was the Sharks. And
Okay.
then when we were graduating, like one of our like valedictorians did a speech, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, since we're gonna go into the real world, this will be the season of the sharks."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm stealing that!" Like,
Yeah, that's kind of
I,
lit. I like that.
I,
Right, yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I stole that. I trademarked it. I
Yeah.
messaged him. I was like, "Oh, I stole that. Sorry," but
Yeah.
I trademarked it, and then it's just been going good ever since. Like all the people my
Hell
age,
yeah, bro. That's
they've been
dope.
trying to run it, and then we got break off brands, or like the Puna
Yeah.
Boy from where we're
Yeah,
from. It's
I
like a
seen that. Yeah. Yeah.
big saying for where we're from in Puna. We're like, so I think where I want to see it grow, more like a maybe not a brand, a full household brand name,
Hmm.
but anything that people can wear and be like, oh, this will match with that.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
it's
like
gonna
that.
go too far out of the islands, but
Right.
like if it could stay in the whole chain of islands, I would love
Yeah.
that. Even more, I
Definitely,
think it
bro.
would
Yeah.
resonate with me.
Definitely. That's dope. I like that a lot. I don't talk I've talked to a few people that have their own merch, but it's very rare that I talk to people that have, so it's always cool to kind of chop that up and see how that started.
Yeah,
But um so have you been outside the islands before? I mean, obviously, I know
yeah.
you said you go to Cali. I mean, how different? I asked JMKM, shout out to him though for sure. But how different is it, compared to Hawaii? Than you go outside to like Cali and say, do you
Oh,
see that? Is there a big difference or no?
it's such a huge difference. I mean, like people wise, it's a touch and go kind of thing.
You're
You
right,
always
right,
see the cool people, the bad people,
yeah,
but it's so different. It's so fast paced up there.
yeah,
I've
right.
been up there 2 times, I think. That's the only place I've went off island other than
Wow,
other islands.
yeah,
So yeah, I went up there twice. We stayed in I think we stayed in like I have no idea, somewhere in Orange County
me.
the first time.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Crazy. That was crazy. We would stay on the stoop. We're like drinking on the stoop, and people are walking
right,
by. You can see the gun talk and
yeah.
stuff like that. And I
Oh
was like, okay,
Jesus, yeah,
we're kind of more conservative hitting on
yeah,
our side
right,
over here, but I
right,
was like, okay, this is the streets. I went to Long
yeah,
Beach. I seen some things. I was like, oh, this is crazy. The
yeah,
second time, we're like, let's spend a little bit more money and stay out of the way. So
right,
we got an Airbnb in the hills, and I
yeah,
was like, oh, this is more crazy. Like seeing
yeah,
what the neighbors be doing. We're
right,
over here playing music extra loud. They're like feeding 20 cats and doing
right,
real rich people kind of things. And I was like,
right,
okay, this
right,
is,
yeah.
but it's such a
Yeah, I was always
fine
curious
line.
about. Yeah, there probably is a big difference, and just I don't know. I mean, you got to think. I mean, do you know the population for Hawaii? Like the exact. I mean, is it?
No,
It's probably nothing compared to Cali. I mean, there's probably nothing fucking.
I
Nah,
know I live on the biggest island, so it's the big island of Hawaii.
right.
I know
Okay.
that on the geographical side, every island could fit on my island.
Jesus.
Like we put the whole chain, like it
Yeah,
could
that's
fit
crazy.
puzzle
Yeah.
wise all together. But
Wow, that's insane.
population wise, I know that wouldn't work. But
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
land mass wise, for sure.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I peeped the PS5 back there, so you be gaming. What's up with that?
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
play?
I'm
What do you play?
an Apex guy these days.
Okay.
I actually met my number one producer Ryan Suki. We were friends like since 6th grade. He lives up in
Mhm.
California too,
Yeah.
up there in Rancho. We met through video games.
Hmm.
So we
Damn.
played video games from like 6th grade to 8th grade. We hit high school, kind of not talk through then.
Yeah. Right.
It's a puberty
Yeah.
stage. We're getting
Yeah.
older.
Right.
Like
Right.
kind of embarrassing it when you get into high school and you're like, what do you do
Right.
on the weekends? And you're like, I just
Yeah.
game for 12 hours straight. Like,
Right. Oh, that's
but then he
funny.
hit me up. He was like, yo, listen to a beat I made. I was like, you make beats? And he was like, yeah,
Yeah.
wow. No joke. Like I just started
Uh,
rapping. And
yeah.
then it just clicked from there. So he's the main guy I go with when I go to Cali. He
That's
takes you
dope.
around. He shows me the in and outs.
Hell yeah.
Such a cool guy. But yeah, that's how it all started pretty much with
Yeah.
the
That's
video
dope.
games tapped into the music side. I met Jay through video games the first time
Wow.
as
Huh.
well through
Yeah.
Ryan guys. Then I got
That's
to meet him in
crazy.
person.
Yeah. That's
So
dope.
much people that we played together. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah. It all
a lot
connects
of
now.
it.
Yeah. It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Is that all? And what else? I mean, besides Apex, that all you be on, or do you try? I mean, what else do you?
I try Warzone a lot.
Yeah, I see. I'm not.
I was a
I don't
heavy
know. What were you saying? Sorry. Go ahead.
I was a no, I was a heavy Call of Duty fan back in the day. We
Yeah.
all wished we could trick shot, you know.
Right. Yeah. I know. I know.
Phase
Yeah.
Phase was too
Phase.
big for us not to
Yeah.
follow
Right.
in line. Like,
Right. That's crazy. No, I be into. I'm into sports games. I'm trying to branch out of it, but I haven't really found anything I kind of fuck with a lot. So I'm trying to. I don't know. Maybe I'll
no,
find
yeah.
something,
Since
but
life has been slowing down a little bit, I've been trying to get into story mode games. Like,
yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. I always love
I've always
story mode games. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was younger, that was a thing to be at. You're like, oh, I just beat the whole game. I played
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima recently.
Oh yeah, I know what that is. I heard of that. Yeah.
That
Was
was
that
a
fun?
really good game. Yeah, that was a
Hell
really
yeah.
good game. I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm trying to go into like Elden Ring or something,
Right.
break
Yeah, I
off,
know.
try something
Yeah.
new.
One of my homies play Elden Rings, and I think he's really into it, but I've never really got into it. So I don't.
It's hard. I played at my
Yeah.
homie's house and I got absolutely murked by
Right.
like you go into a random part of the map and then now it's online mode.
Right. Yeah,
And
it's
I'm like,
crazy
yo,
as
I'm
fuck.
level 3.
Right.
Like,
Right. What am I doing out here? What the fuck?
why is there a level
Yeah.
499 guy just touching me? Like,
It's crazy.
no, thank you.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so back to your music. What would you say some of your strengths in are within your music that separate you from everybody else? Like what would you say that you're just, you're really good at and you know that compared to everybody else you don't they're not touching you. Like what's something that you
So I don't really think I'm a punchline kind of guy.
Mhm.
I think a rhyme scheme puts me above. Rhyme scheme 100%, and then the bits of storytelling that I can put in between without telling like a whole story.
Right.
I could say like 2 bars, and you're like, oh,
Damn,
I
yeah.
kind of want to know more about that.
Right, right.
Then you hear like 4 songs in, like, is he continuing that over here?
Right.
I'm like, yeah, it didn't work here. So I think the little bit of storytelling, rhyme scheme wise, and just how consistent I've been over the years of
Definitely.
just consistently pushing out, pushing out. There was a time where it was like 12 hours. I would finish work, do an 8 hour shift, take an hour,
Yeah.
self time, between
Right.
hot shower, get ready, drink a
Yeah.
beer.
Right.
Then it was like these 12 hours, I got to push out at least 6 songs.
Definitely.
So like every 2 hours, if a song's at least written, I don't even have to record it. That's a win. But if I could do both and then get on mix and mastered,
Big win. Yeah, it's a big
it
win.
was a huge win. Go home, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh,
All right.
so happy with yourself.
See, that's what I'm trying to. That's my hardest thing right now is I'm trying to find that balance because like I don't know. Have you ever heard of Little Caesars? I'm sure you have.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
just got a franchise down
Really?
here recently.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, that's dope. But yeah, it's crazy. Me and my girlfriend's mom we're both the GMs, but it's a
Nice.
lot it's a lot to take on and try to balance this out at the same time. So it's like trying to figure all that out. So I get what you're saying. It's just sometimes like I'll come home and be like, fuck, bro. Like I want to do this,
Not
but at the
today.
same time,
Like,
bro, like God, fuck, I need to go to bed, But
yeah.
I gotta figure it out. I'll get it. It's just I gotta figure it out. I haven't got that
It
grasp yet.
it's super hard to even jump in. Everyone says
Yeah,
it's discipline, but then when you come home and you're like, I gotta
yeah,
discipline
bro.
2 lives. It's a
Right.
switch
That's why yeah, it's
between
like
both, and
fuck.
you're like,
Yeah, I know. But
it builds up on you too.
it does, bro. It does. But I'll get it. So with the baby coming, do you think it's gonna be hard to balance everything out? I mean, I'm sure at first it's probably gonna be tough because usually within the first couple months of the baby's life, it's kind
Yeah,
of you
that's
gotta put that attention towards the child.
everything towards her. Yeah,
Right.
true. I think you hit it on the nose. I think for the first 3 months, it's gonna be
Yeah.
like, okay, this is gonna get pushed to the side for now.
Right. Right.
But other than that, I think it's gonna be super easy. We're a bunch of loud people. I think it should be
Yeah.
fine with it, to be
Oh yeah.
honest.
Right.
So I think I'll jump
Yeah.
back in. Right now, I'm working on an album, Life is a Gamble. I don't got a full due date for it
Okay.
or whenever that's gonna come out, but I'm getting all the features in line. I think I wrote like 36 to 37
Jesus.
songs, and I'm still just like, oh, not this one, but it's full.
Right.
It's done. I'm
Right.
like, okay. And I haven't even recorded any of that 36 to 37. I'm like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
make sure the first like 12 that resonates is gonna be okay. That's me, and then let's take a few out. Let's add a feature
Right.
because I love working with people. I think that's the most beautiful thing about all art.
Oh yeah.
Like even if they just look at it or they listen to it, you're like, you want to collab?
Right. Yeah. For
You
real.
hear someone else's,
Nah,
and
right.
when people are like, hell yeah, I want to collab, you're like, oh yes, this is gonna
Yeah,
be even
right.
more fun than sitting in the room by yourself, stressing
100%.
yourself out over it. Like,
100%. Nah, yeah, I agree. So speaking of that project, I mean, besides that, what else within the new year? What do you really? I mean, do you got any other big plans that you kind of want to that you're working on
yeah,
in the keeping
I'm,
in the dark, or what's up with that? Or
I'm trying my best to get there's a lot of high, maybe not high end, but like well known local brands on the island that's
yeah,
just like stapled around throughout the island chain. Where I'm really trying to collab with them and get like a limited time. Like we got 50 of these. Can you guys
yeah,
try it out? Like, so
right,
brand wise, I think I'm trying to expand that more so because music will always be there,
yeah,
but I think the branding will be more generational wise.
definitely,
Like if I can
definitely.
break that down and then if it doesn't blow up at me, hopefully it blows up on my child.
Yeah, facts.
Keep passing it on. That's my biggest thing is the ownership of it. Like everyone wants to get signed to the label, and I'm like, if the money is right, I think we'll all do it. But
Yeah,
if we can do this solo, individual, I think it feels 10 times better.
definitely. Oh yeah.
You
Definitely.
appreciate it more, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, nah, 100%. Yeah, because I mean, it's just like kind of that thing. Like, damn, I really just did that. You're kind of like, fuck, I just really proved everybody wrong. So
Yeah,
it
like,
definitely does feel better.
you start to feel like, oh, I'm him. Like,
Yeah, right now
what
I'm
can't
the
I
guy.
do?
Right, I'm the guy.
Yeah,
I'm the
what
guy.
can't I do? Let's try someone
Right.
else. Like,
That's funny. Back to when you first started making music. Do you remember the first song you like ever wrote? And kind of, do you remember when all that went into motion and like how good was it? Did it blow up?
yeah, I think the first song I did, it was with like 4 different artists on it. It was called Flipping or
Mhm.
Flipping. I
Yeah.
think it's still on SoundCloud. I look at it every now and listen to it
Yeah.
every now and then just to cringe
Yeah.
myself out.
Right.
Like the vocals sound horrible. There was
Yeah.
no confidence in my voice. I sounded real
Right.
timid. The
Yeah.
bars are real crazy. I remember saying something like, "You'd be flipping like a pancake" or something. Like,
Damn,
and I still
bro.
get embarrassed about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
but I tell my homie like, "Yo, don't delete it though." Like,
Right. Yeah, keep it on
I
there.
think hopefully the day ones will go back and be like, look at the growth. So
Right.
that really didn't do too much numbers. It was probably us listening to it the most on SoundCloud.
Yeah. Right.
But my homie did a song. We have like a saying over here, like, "Yes sir, bless sir."
Yeah.
So it's like when you're excited, you say like, "Yes sir,"
Right.
and then the bless at the end is like,
Yeah.
"Yes sir, bless sir," is yes, you're blessed kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we did a song of that, "Yes sir, bless sir." Me and my homie Jody Led, again, shout out to him. SoundCloud thing, YouTube beat, and it just went crazy in like 3 days. It hit its peak within like a month, and it was like 22,000 views,
Holy
and we were
shit.
just like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, this could work!" And then like
Right.
nothing really hit that height until
Yeah.
years later, and we're like,
Yeah.
okay. But we were trying our best to like over exert ourselves with local sayings. What can we use? What can we do? And it was like, okay, we stopped that. We did music genuinely, kept having fun with it. Then the numbers started coming back up, and we're like, okay,
Yeah.
that's what we gotta do.
Yeah, facts, bro. Hell yeah, that's dope. I usually, when I ask people that question, they're always like, "Well, my first song I ever heard, that shit blew the fuck up." They're always like, "That shit went crazy," and I don't know how. That's why I'm always curious to see what they say. But
Yeah,
that's funny.
I think I did like 20 until that other one even did a number that I was
right,
like, whoa,
yeah, right,
over 10.
What the hell?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
holy
like,
shit, you got 10 views? What the fuck? No, that's crazy.
It's also like kind of city too, coming up in Hawaii, and you're like, oh, you rap? You don't do like a reggae or like local music? Or
yeah,
like,
right.
you don't
They
play the
expect you.
ukulele?
Yeah. They
You don't play
expect
the
you to.
ukulele, and I'm like, we can, but
Nah,
I
that's
don't know,
not
I
what
grew
we.
up on
Yeah.
rap. Like my parents listen to rap.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's crazy. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so what really inspired you? What did you have like within the family that inspired you to make music? Kind of, is that how that worked?
My dad is like a huge Wu-Tang, Capone,
Okay.
Noriega. Like
Yeah.
he was full New York, love the New York sound kind of guy. So when I was with him, and my mom and my dad been separated for like all my life. I was like probably 2 when they separated.
Yeah.
Whenever I'd go with him, he'd be like, "Let me put you on." I'd be like,
Right.
"Oh, this is crazy." On my mom's side, we listen to the Hawaiian music, Puerto Rican music, household music and stuff. And when I was with my dad, I was like, "Oh, this is a different life." Like he's talking about everything on here. Like,
yeah, that's funny.
I never heard some stuff like that. So that's kind of what it was. I made music I sent my first couple songs to my dad, and he was like, "Keep working." Like, no, this ain't it. This ain't it.
That's
but
not right.
I was like, okay, I got you. I'll be back even harder.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. Hell yeah. So what? Let me ask you this: what if you didn't have music? What do you think you'd be doing? Like, did you have any other passions or hobbies that started or kind of became a thing, and then music just took over?
No, I think if I wasn't making music myself, I would still be in the music business somehow. Maybe a promoter,
right?
Maybe a manager, someone that brings people together. At somehow, maybe even like a party promoter.
Okay.
I love being in the mix of everything.
Really?
Like, yeah, I love being in the mix, like outside with it, and people are like, "Oh, you set this up," and I'm like, "Yeah."
It kind of feels good. You're like, "Yeah, I did that shit. Hell yeah."
Seeing other people have a good time, so I'm like, it'll probably be party promoter of some sort.
Hell yeah, bro. I like that's cool as fuck. I never really heard that one. That's cool. I like that one. That's funny. Okay, I got a tricky one. So if you could go back and talk to your younger self, like you growing up, what would you want them to know about you now? Like, what would you be like? Hey, like you're gonna go through this, that, and I'm just warning you. Like, what would you want to tell them? Tell yourself.
You're gonna meet a lot of fake people,
Yeah,
but also like I would say not to cut off all the fakes.
facts.
You gotta find a way to like balance between them
Mm-hmm.
because you might cut this person off because he did you wrong, but like overall, this whole industry on how to get ahead, it's almost like I gotta fuck you over and you gotta fuck me over just so we can be
Right.
like
Meet
we
at
kind of
the
gotta
meet at
take
the
it.
men. Yeah.
You gotta like take advantage of each other. So I'll
Yeah.
probably
Right.
tell
Yeah.
them like, don't cut everyone off just because they did something that you wouldn't have done to
Right.
them
Right.
because you don't know what position they're in. Maybe they needed that. Like they
Yeah.
needed that. They had to do what they had to do. So probably stay a little bit more humble, a little bit more cool headed, not as hot
Definitely.
headed as I was when I was
Right.
younger,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
use it to your advantage because now I got a contact list full of numbers that I don't think that person will pick up if I call.
Yeah. Right.
But if I played it correctly, I could call them and I could get that
Definitely.
much more spread
Yeah.
on something because everyone's got something that they can bring to the table.
Oh yeah. 100%. Oh, I like
So
that.
I
That's
think that'll
cool.
be it.
Yeah. Definitely, bro. So what are some big things that you've picked up, like knowledge wise, or just anything within the business along the journey, like something that you've been like, damn, I really use that to my advantage. Like, what's some knowledge that you picked up through the journey?
I think everybody knows one person at least that'll be the huge help.
Yeah,
So like it always comes back to networking.
definitely.
I mean, you got to talk to this person and just put it out in their face and be like, I mean, if you know someone that could help with this,
Definitely,
because
bro.
everyone does, they're like, yo, I got an uncle who does this.
Right.
I
Yeah.
got an aunt. Actually, my mom's cousin does this. So I think it's always like coming back to keep that networking alive
Yeah.
because everyone can help.
Facts.
Everyone can help. Someone knows something. Someone
Oh
knows
yeah.
someone. They're in a
100%.
business. Even with like Little Caesars, you
Yeah.
could talk to the right person and be like, can I
Yeah.
put my flyer up in there?
Right. Yeah. 100.
Can I
Yeah.
put
Definitely.
50 years up on the window? Like
Right.
just
Yeah.
something.
Nah.
Oh, can you guys my Pandora station in there on loop
Right. Yeah. For real.
or something? I'll
Yeah.
give you
Nah.
guys $100. Like
Right. That's funny. Yeah. No, that's right though. Yeah, you're right. That's
a
crazy.
lot.
Definitely. Okay, so let me ask you this. This is always a tricky one. I'll give you get an hour and you can sit down with three of your favorite artists. It can be anybody dead or alive. Rest in peace to whoever. And you get an hour to like pick their brain. Ask them whatever they want. Who's it gonna be and why? And what are you gonna ask them?
Ooh,
I
that
know
is
it
a
always
tricky
stumps
one.
people. I know it always stumps people. It's like, damn.
I think for sure one would be the group of Wu-Tang.
Okay.
So I can ask like, what went wrong? How come you
Right.
guys aren't still this
Right
giant
together, yeah.
collective?
Right.
How can we stick through and pass each other's personal problems to still stay a
Yep.
good crew?
Yep.
Because I think collabing is always so fun.
Oh
It
yeah.
makes music 10 times better when you got like
Definitely.
6 guys who are like, yo, let's go crazy.
Right, right. Yeah.
So I think Wu-Tang would be one. I think Meek Mill for
Okay.
starters. He's been in the justice system for like 16 years and counting
Yeah.
on probation maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, what can I do? Maybe keep my head out of that water, but still be in the
Yeah.
mix.
Right.
What kind of people can I talk to? And now he's over there doing like prison reform, which is great, I
Yeah.
think. So
Oh
like,
yeah.
how can I help and still bring money to the table for myself?
Definitely.
And then I think the third one would probably be Machine Gun Kelly.
Hell yeah.
He's
I
so
like that.
versatile, He's
Yeah.
so versatile. He's been doing rap for years. We grew up on him,
Yeah.
Been doing
Yeah.
rap for years, and then everyone's like, "Oh, he's switched up," and I'm like, I'm always nervous to switch up and do like a singing song.
Yeah.
But
That's
he comes
crazy.
out there full confidence, does everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, where does the confidence come from? How do you break that barrier of not fuck what people think because it matters to us no matter what we
Yeah.
say, but like fuck what people think at the same
Yeah.
time.
Hell 100%, bro. 100%. I like that. Those are good. All three are good. I like that. That's dope. Okay, before I wrap this up, I got a couple more. So this one I always ask, what would be your best advice? Like, and it doesn't have to be anybody trying to make music, just anybody trying to reach a goal or a dream. What would be your best advice on to not give up? Not give up on that journey that they're going through. What would be your best advice to keep pushing?
I think it would be discipline takes you places, motivation will never.
Yeah.
If you can
Yeah.
put your head down and sit there and be like, I really don't want to do this,
But I
but
gotta
I'm
do
gonna
it.
do it,
Yeah.
it'll take you places. You'll never always be motivated, but you can always be disciplined.
Facts.
So I
Bro.
think that'll be it. Discipline will take you places, motivation can never. and
Definitely.
put your head down and hustle.
Hell yeah, bro. I like that. That's respect. I like that.
Hell yeah, I
Um,
appreciate you.
yeah, oh yeah, 100%. Now, before I wrap it up, do you listen? What's your kind of favorite genres you like to listen to outside of rap? Do you have anything? I mean, I know you're from Hawaii and you mentioned a couple, but is there anything like out of the ordinary? Nobody would be like, bro, he listens to this, like anything nobody would expect.
I think something that helps me out with like writer's block a lot is like a lot of
Mhm.
lo-fi beats.
Really? I
Or
see.
not
I've
even
been,
lo-fi beats,
yeah, no,
but
I've
like
been fucking with them.
Shiloh Dynasty kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Like
yeah, definitely.
it's kind of a vibe, and you can sit there and not think,
Yeah,
and it'll just be like ambience in the background. And you're like, oh, this is
definitely. Yeah.
nice. So I think
Right,
that's my biggest thing. I mean, I listen to everything reggae,
right.
Hawaiian music, Puerto Rican house music, a lot of rock. Shout out to my homies Aldo and Ryan.
Yeah, that's dope.
They're starting a whole new lane with that rock
Yeah,
vibes too. But yeah, I think it'll be like that lo-fi
definitely,
ambience
bro.
in the background. So that'll
Yeah,
be it,
that's
I
dope.
think.
And so how do you now speaking of writer's block, that's I want to get into that before. How do you get through that? I mean, I know you just mentioned you listen to some lo-fi chill shit, but like what if that doesn't work? What's your next like process? How do you get your mind off that? You go outside, I always ask you go outside, go do something, spend time with the fam. How do you get through that?
I actually talked to like a creative on a whole different spectrum. I talked to like painters and graphic designers. My
Okay,
homie
yeah.
Anson, killer graphic designer. My homie Shayna, great artist, pen work, paint work. So I
Yeah.
just talked to them of like, how's your project's been going? And
Right.
they
Yeah.
break it down in such a perception that you
Yeah.
couldn't even think about. You're like, oh, you thought about that to make
Definitely.
that? Because
Yeah.
to me, it just
That's
looks like
crazy.
this. But when they break it down, I'm like, oh, then you get a little
Makes
bit
sense.
inspiration to be like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking too surface level. Like,
Yeah.
let me just kick it back a notch and be like,
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
still under the water.
Right.
Let me just
Yeah.
make something fun, something I want to watch, something I want to look at. Like, so I
Definitely,
think
bro.
that's the
That's
biggest
dope.
thing.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, bro, I appreciate you coming on. The stage is yours. If you want to shout out anybody, promo, obviously I know you got your merch on. You got your merch, you got your YouTube channel in the bag.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
who shout out whoever you want to shout out, bro. The stage is yours.
Yeah, shout out to the District of Puna. You know, we're coming
Yep.
up a lot of great artists out
Yes,
there.
sir.
Bull Boy, Foolish the God. We got Cali on the other side of the island.
Yes,
Ryan
sir.
Suki, Aldo, OG Brennan C, EB Iconic, and Shark Season on top. We're going up.
Yes,
Wait for
sir.
the new year. Album
Hell
coming
yeah,
soon.
bro.
Life is a
Yep.
gamble. Stay tuned. More
Definitely.
Shark Season merch coming.
Yep. Hell yeah, bro. Well, I appreciate you for real. I'm glad we finally got this done. And
Yeah,
like,
I
and
know.
like I, yeah, bro, it's been a long time. And like I always say, if you got any homies or anything that that make music or anything, send them my way. I wanted to talk about this, and I appreciate you doing this because I've been reaching out to a couple more people, and I'm not trying to put anybody on the last, but some people like I don't know if they get offended, but like when I say like the $10, it's not like I'm trying to like I'm just trying to like
Oh,
if you
yeah.
yeah, if you really want like specifics and like we promo and dive, then that's why. And I'm just trying to
Yeah,
get better equipment. It's not like I'm coming at you to
of
any
course.
sort of disrespectful.
Yeah,
Like
no
some
way.
people take it the wrong. I'm like, bro, I was not trying to. That is not what I meant at all.
Yeah.
They were
No,
like,
I
I'm not
fully
trying to.
understand
Yeah,
too.
they're like, I'm not trying to pay for an interview. Like, I'm not saying you are what. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm just like, whatever.
And to me
But
too, it's like that's such a small payment for who
that's what I'm
knows, it
saying.
might blow.
Yeah, that's what
Something
I'm
might happen
saying.
and you got a
Yeah,
crazy thumbnail for life
yeah,
and
that's
like
what I'm saying. I know.
it
That's what
all
I'm
starts
saying.
like
Like,
that.
it's like, yeah, I was like, all right, well, take it however you want it, but that's just what
Yeah.
I'm. But
Yeah.
no, I appreciate that, bro. For real, I'm
Of
grateful
course, I
that you.
got you.
Yeah, definitely, bro. But
We're gonna
guys,
hit
Larry
part
White,
two.
yes, sir. No, I definitely, bro, definitely. Larry
Yes,
White,
sir.
season 2. Go check him out. Oh, we got 10 minutes left. So let me say this. See, it's CY the Don, right?
Yeah. See why the
Okay,
dawn. Side the dawn. Yeah.
Cy the Don. Okay, I was trying to.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Cy the Don. Link will be down below. You guys check him out. Check out everything he's coming up. Like I said, shout out to the baby, bro. I'm happy for you. I'm.
Thank you so
Congrats,
much.
of course, bro. Larry White, season 2.
All
Peace.
right, guys.
Yes,
Peace. Have a good
sir.
one, brother.
Always.